Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Playwrights Aloud College. I'm your host, Leo Batutis, and I'm here to tell you about the Playwrights Aloud College program. Each month, 6 10-minute plays by Columbia College Chicago students are selected to be rehearsed and recorded in a single night. These plays can all be watched by going to our YouTube channel. And following the recording, 3 of these pieces are chosen to be published in the Playwrights Aloud College podcast, which you can find by going to chicagodramatists.org. Enjoy. An Evening of Poetry by Ross Michael Dobbins. Starring Peyton Knowski as Richard, Sonya Robinson as Samantha, and Jimmy Piraino as the host. A coffee bar late at night with dim lights and candles. There is a makeshift stage in the center with a wired microphone, an amp, and a stand. A small blackboard has An Evening of Poetry, 10 o'clock p.m., written in chalk on it. The host is leaning up against a chair in the corner of the room in the dimly lit coffee bar, and he begins sipping on his coffee, checks his watch, and then gulps down the rest in one sip and skips on up to the stage as smooth jazz music plays.
Welcome to An Evening of Poetry, emphasis on the poetry. I'd like to remind everyone that I don't want to hear any stand-up tonight, and I most certainly don't want any improv. I want to hear poetry. That's why it's called An Evening of Poetry. Poets doing poems only. Shove your stupid jokes right back up your ass where they came from, and have a great rest of your night. And let me make myself extra clear. If any of you tries to pull a fast one on my stage that is meant for poetry, I won't hesitate to have the bouncer escort you out. Isn't that right, Jeremiah? Can you hear me back there, Jeremiah? Hello? If anyone laughs tonight, we're going to have a problem. Jeremiah, you hear one bit of laughter, and you know what to do. Oh, all right. Got a couple of latecomers. That's okay. Everything's okay. No worries, folks. First timers?
No. Yes. No. Yeah. We've been here a couple of times, actually.
Are you going to be reading anything for us this evening, or?
Just watching.
He's going to be reading.
Well, great. Absolutely love seeing some new poets. Around here, we like to get a little intimate. A bit philosophical. Oh, and just a tiny bit silly. A teensy-weensy bit. I think we can all agree that Shel Silverstein went too far, huh? Yeah. Hey, can anyone in the back hear me, by the way? Can my friends in the back hear me? Let me get some snaps from my fellas in the back if you can hear me. Hello? Hello? My fellas in the back, can you hear me? Fellas, can you hear me? Okay, guess you guys can't hear me. Can we fix this mic, please?
I can't do this. We gotta go home. I can't perform for all these people. These guys are pros. They know the business. They know poetry. I bet they can rhyme. I can't rhyme, Samantha. You know that.
I'm not going to listen to you say that, honey. You can't do this to yourself.
I'm just some lousy divorce lawyer with a dream. I'm not a poet. God.
Richard, look at me. Imagine if the greats said that. Imagine if your idols said that. What would you tell them?
Do I look like Maya Angelou to you? No, I look like a loser.
Maya Angelou is no better than you.
She is so much better than I'll ever be. I tried to perform here once, and I saw this guy go up on stage and rhyme his ass off. And he was so good that I hid in the bathroom until the rest of the show was over. And I think I peed myself out of shame. Does that sound like something Maya would do?
Everyone's pissed themselves at least once. Your feelings are valid, Richard.
No, I'm not worthy to be here. I want to go home.
No, we're not going to do that. I want to hear your poems. There's nothing sexier than a confident poet, right?
True. Magicians.
Hey man, you ready?
Could I maybe go a little later? I don't feel so well.
Seriously?
I'm sorry, sir.
You trying to be funny with me right now?
No, not at all. I don't feel so good.
Poetry waits for no man, woman, or handicapped child.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, can I get you guys something to drink? Coffee, blueberry scone, perhaps? Oh, maybe a frappuccino if you're feeling a little extra frisky, huh?
We're fine.
I'll have the regular coffee on the rocks. Thank you.
None for me.
Okay, I'll let them know. You better be ready to perform when I get back here.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy something I read earlier online.
No, you're not. Richard.
God, they all heard me. Everyone's looking at me. God, they all heard me. Oh my God. Honey, does this sound natural to you? Greetings. My name is Richard Hansen, and this is a completely original poem I wrote a long time ago. And if you heard something like it, it's because they probably copied me. So here I go. Two roads diverged in a yellow road. God, I hate it. I hate it.
You hate it because it's not yours.
No, I hate it because it's bullshit and nonsense.
I don't say that.
To be or not to be was a stupid fucking question.
Don't say that about Shakespeare. You love Shakespeare.
His plays are worse than his sonnets, and that's saying something.
You take that back, Richard. I'm not going to listen to you talk that way about him.
And what are you going to do about it?
Sir, Richard would like to perform now, if that's okay.
I'll hang myself with the microphone cord on that stage. I swear to God, I will.
He loves his poems more than me.
Don't we all? What's your name, boy?
Richard Hansen.
Oh, wonderful. And what's the rhyming scheme you're going to be using tonight?
I don't know yet.
What did you just say to me? I don't want to hear I don't know at my poetry night right now. Got it?
I mean, I haven't chosen which of my poems I want to do just yet. Give me 1 sec.
Doing poetry for the first time is a lot like having sex for the first time. A little painful at first, but you get through it.
Gotcha.
There's no backing out now.
Hi, everyone. The poem I wrote is called Poem That I'm Going to Perform for a Crowd. Please don't make fun of me. Thank you. Can I tell you a secret? But can you keep it? I don't know. Feel like a kindergartner who wants to tell but can only show. I never learned to tie my shoes. Lately been getting the blues, but with no clues. Papa's name I might tattoo. Got a lot of conditioner, but no shampoo. That's the kind of shit you don't hear on the news. Feel like a penguin trapped in a zoo. Asked my mommy for $1. She refused. Joke's on her. I stole the $1 and bought some booze. I didn't want this poem to rhyme, but we all know free verse barely makes a dime. Got no choice. Can't hear my voice. I'm not in it for the fame or the money. Rap is just poetry, but really, really funny. I started from the bottom and now I'm here. At the top of my game, other poets fear. At the end of the day, I want to be a free man. Maybe go and kiss a woman named Marianne. I want to break up, Samantha. I'm sorry. I think my poems are more important, Tantha. Nothing rhymes with Samantha. End of poem. Finn.
What?
Poetry has no mercy, my friends.
Is this a joke?
Samantha, I'm deadly serious. This is poetry, not stand-up.
I can't believe I was going to propose.
Women really love poetry.
My mother was right. I should have married a magician.
Listen, as much as I would have loved to stay, I'm in the big leagues now. When I walked off stage, one of the baristas asked me if I wanted to do some cocaine in the women's restroom, so I gotta go now.
What?
She said they might run out soon. I knew I was only gonna end up breaking your heart at the end. I had no choice.
Of course you have a choice.
I knew that once I made it, I wouldn't be able to handle both you and my poems. There's just not enough room in my heart for both.
Oh.
As one door closes, one opens. And that's what this is, I guess.
I can't believe you.
It's not personal. It's poetry.
What? You're just a lawyer, Richard.
I used to be a lawyer with a dream. Now I'm the one living the dream, and I got my own lousy lawyer.
That doesn't even make sense.
That's the problem. You never understand me, and I'll never understand you. You think inside the box, and I live far, far outside that box.
Well, we're definitely not going to be living with each other anymore.
You can keep the kids. I can keep my poems.
We don't have any kids, thank God.
Well, if you did, you could keep them.
I don't want them.
You don't want our kids to have a mother?
I could give a fuck about our imaginary kids.
You gotta calm down, Samantha.
Seriously?
I said I was sorry, okay? I didn't want things to end up this way either.
Oh, well, how did you mean for it to end, Richard, huh?
I don't know, maybe a good job or something at least. I mean, I knocked my poem out of the park, if you didn't notice.
Go to hell.
As an artist, I'm already living in it. How do you think I'm able to write such wonderful poems, huh? Every thought that I write down, it's my own trauma. It's my own personal trauma in these poems. It's called poetry.
They will never understand. I've been through the same thing before.
And what happened?
Couldn't have gone better. I've been living the good life every day since. Listening to poems all day, free coffee, and a ton of sex with whatever women or men I please.
I wish for nothing more than a lifetime of poetry. Please, sir, you gotta tell me when the next poetry night is. You have to tell me.
Next Friday.
I won't let you down. I'll bring new poems and a new woman.
You know, there's no stronger feeling in the world than a well-written poem. And you discovered it on this very day. You're a genius.
I'm a genius.
You're more than that. You're a poetry god.
I am a god. I am a poetry god.
That's right. You're a god, Richard.
Next Friday, I will not let you down.
The first time I read my poems for an audience, I was 5 years old. I read them for my mother, out in the cold. She hated them with every body in her bone. I was no longer her son, she said. I was unknown. And out the kitchen window I was thrown. So there I was, on my own. Just me and a fat homeless man, alone. In so much pain. Sitting so small under a really big train. This fat man was reading Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven, written so many years ago. I asked if I could take a peek. He said no. So I had to sneak. I stole the Raven and ran into the night, the fat-ass homeless man chasing me. Oh, his ass, so white. Oh, for I loved the Raven more than life itself, even more than Santa loves his elf. But then, I found my own baby Raven, out in a tree. A little black bird I stole from his family. For he would be mine forever, and oh, we'd be the best of friends. But one day, all my happiness came to an end. I looked and looked and looked for my little Raven one day. He wasn't in his little nest made of hay. There was only a box where my bird did once lay. The box addressed to me, but inside was something I wish I never had to see. A knife through the chest of my little baby Raven, laying in its nest, its supposed safe haven. A post-it note on the knife said, "You kill my dreams of being a doctor, I kill your stupid pet, mother!" You don't know what you've done. Not yet. I walked through the rain, back to my home, and tap, tap, tap on my mother's chamber door. And I murdered my mother, and her mother, and her mother, evermore. Caw-caw, my little Raven! Caw, caw.
Blackout. End of play. Free Skate by Penelope Wilder. Starring Nicholas Ramsey as Sam and Ashton Brown as Jackie. Jackie sits on the edge of the park lacing up her shoes. She's all geared up, complete with helmet, elbow pads, and knee pads. She is focused on her task and completely unaware as Sam quietly comes up behind her.
Boo!
Jackie squeaks and whips around to face Sam.
Now there's a face I haven't seen in a hot minute. What's shaking, Jack?
Don't call me that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I come in peace, honey bunch.
What do you want?
Can't a king welcome back his subjects?
I don't have time for this.
Oh, come on. You've got like 30 minutes.
I'm sorry. Do you determine my schedule?
I want to catch up. Don't tell me you haven't missed me.
I don't need to explain myself to you. You aren't my friend.
And that is something that brings me great sadness. But it doesn't matter right now. You're still a part of the pack. It's my job as the alpha to see if you're all right.
I'm not interested in being a part of your cult.
Not a cult. I just hold the most titles. Oh, come on, dude. Work with me here. I'm trying to be nice, okay? Stop being a...
I'm telling you, I'm not interested. Just get to the point. What do you want?
Sam sits down next to Jackie.
Can this stay between us?
Are you seriously trying to have a heart-to-heart with me right now?
I know it's a little weird, but hear me out. Please?
Fine. You have 5 minutes.
It's just, I've been so fed up with the scene lately. Bunch of sorry sons of bitches who want top-level fame. Everyone's in it for the prizes or the titles or the clout. Shit's embarrassing.
You just bragged about how many titles you've won.
Yeah, but I don't really think they mean anything. Sure, I can skate a half-pipe blindfolded. Obviously, I can backside 360 like no one's business. My airtime is insane.
Sam.
I know you don't believe me, but it's not all the extra shit from me. For me, it's the rush that you get when you pull off a grind you bailed on for weeks, or the moment when you're in the air and about to finish your 360, but just for 1 millisecond, you think you might lose your board and bust your shit wide open.
So what?
No one cares about where the community went. Quite frankly, our numbers are shit. No one skates just to skate anymore. Skating is an art form. No one can convince me otherwise. And I know you feel that way too because you're the only person who ever showed up consistently. And then you were just gone. I don't know. It really rattled me when you left.
I had to take a break. I wanted to come back and skate. But I guess I felt, I don't know, threatened.
Threatened? By who? Give me names, I'll set them straight.
You joking? I could barely even get 10 minutes of peace around here without some douche questioning my skating ability. And more often than not, that douche was you.
Look, I never meant to make you feel bad.
Well, it's a little late for that. Right now, I'm sitting behind some bushes hiding from your fucking goons.
Well, I didn't know they were harassing you, Jackie. Why didn't you tell me?
I can take care of myself. I may be a girl, but I could dust you and your piece of shit friends anytime, any place.
I don't doubt that. I never have.
Then why? What's with all of the intimidation tactics? I mean, that's why I left. You made it perfectly clear that there's no room for me here. I didn't feel like I belonged here.
To tell you the truth, it's really the other way around. It's not you that doesn't belong here, it's me.
What?
I'm serious. If anyone should leave the park, it's me.
Why? It's not like you did anything to get banned, so there's no reason you should have to leave. Right?
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Better than anyone I know.
So, wait, Jackie, I'm being serious right now.
So am I. But continue.
Anyway, do you like me?
You can't be serious.
Not like that. It's just like, in general, like, do you think I'm a good person?
Those are two different questions, and I don't think you want the answer to either of them.
That's why. If I ask anybody here that question, they'd all give me the same answer. Or lie to me.
That's not true. You have a lot of knuckleheads backing you up.
Maybe. But they're not my friends.
They just work for you?
Basically. For so long, I wanted to be the best skater imaginable. I was here day and night, rain or shine, busting my ass to make sure I was perfect. Then I started winning and winning and winning, gaining people's respect and getting all this clout. But at the same time, I was losing. My girlfriend broke up with me, my friends stopped hanging out with me, my grades dropped. Skating was the only thing on my mind, ever. And look at what it cost me.
You had a girlfriend?
I had a lot going for me, and I threw it all away for a sport that I love that doesn't even love me back. But damn, girl, this sport loves you.
What?
You were here almost as much as I was. Not to be creepy, but I watched you a lot. Your technique is really impressive. You carve through the pavement like water. Shit, I've never even seen you bail. You make this shit look easy.
Well, is that why you were being such a jerk? Sick to your hounds on me? You were jealous?
I told you. I wanted to be the best.
Fragile ego much?
I wanted to be the king, but I really, really don't deserve it.
What do you think you deserve then?
I don't know. But I know I want you to be king.
Me. But no one here even likes me.
I don't think anyone here knows you. You keep to yourself so much, taking up just a little corner of the park so no one talks to you, hoping no one notices you. But I did, and everyone else should too.
I don't know. I don't think I'm cut out for that. I'm not good at tourneys or competing or tricks. I just want to skate.
That's my point. You don't do this for any other reason other than you want to. I know you're not really a people person, but if you'd open up to them, I think they'd like you. You've got spirit, you're tough. If you fall, you just shake it off and go again. You're the heart of this park.
Do you really think that?
I know that.
I am. Thanks. I don't want to be the king, though. That's weird.
So what should we do instead?
Everyone thinks we're a bunch of anarchists anyway. So maybe we should tear down the monarchy.
What, like a free state?
Something like that. Call it a free skate.
Did you just crack a joke?
Sorry. God, sorry. That was weird. Not even a good joke.
Are we friends now?
No,
God damn it.
not yet. But maybe someday. Hey, park is open for free skate in 2 minutes.
No one showed up. Typical.
That's fine. More room for us then.
You want to skate with me?
Why wouldn't I? You're the king, right?
Shut up.
And I'm about to dethrone you, bitch.
We'll see about that.
You really don't mind skating together?
Nah, you're the only one around here who can keep up with me. Besides, you look way better in a crown.
Jackie punches Sam in the arm as they both stand up with their boards.
Sam,
Yeah?
I take back what I said before. Maybe we are friends.
See? I always get what I want.
Blackout. End of play. Dialing by Samantha Griffin. Starring Moriah Gilman as Bridget and Lilli Schweitzer as Eva. The scene opens on lights out. Bridget is sitting on a bed dialing. The room's decorations are those of a 12-year-old girl untouched in a long time. The lights fade up slowly until there is a spot on her as it rings. Lights up on Eva as she picks it up, unpacking boxes in a makeshift minimalist living room. The TV is on quietly in the background, an episode of Jeopardy!
Hello?
Eva, hey, it's Bridget.
Oh, hey! So good to hear your voice. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. How was your drive?
It's not important, E. I need to talk to you.
Wait, what time is it?
6:20?
Shouldn't you be at the airport? Your flight leaves at 9. You better hurry if you want to make it out of Connecticut
Eva.
tonight, or else
Eva.
you'll be stuck staying with your mom again. Ugh, how is that, by the way? Your mom is such a control freak. I bet she was flipping out when you told her why you were there. I
Eva.
still think you should have just gotten a hotel room, or at least asked your brother if you could stay with him. I'm sure he and his girlfriend, what's her name, Mandy? I'm sure they would have liked the company.
Eva, I really need to talk to you.
No, what you really need to do is get to the airport. You're flying out of Boston, right? That makes a lot more sense than Rhode Island because it's more direct, but if you haven't left at this point, you'll probably need to book a different flight. No way you're gonna make it in.
Can you just stop talking, please? This is important.
What's up?
I'm not going to the airport.
What, are you waiting until tomorrow? That might make more sense anyway. Give me some more time to unpack.
Eva, I mean, I'm not
Just
coming.
wait until you see this place.
I'm not coming.
What do you mean you're not coming?
Eva.
Because you better just mean that you're not coming this week, but you're still coming. You better not be bailing on me again, Bridget. Because if you seriously mean that, then I don't know what to do at this point.
Listen, Eva, I was planning on coming. You know that. I packed a suitcase. I threw everything I had into storage. I mean, I drove all the way down here to Connecticut. I mean, it's just when I got here. I'm sorry, Eva. It just doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense? The fact that you're bailing on the person who's supposed to be your best friend yet again, or that you signed the fucking lease and now you aren't showing up?
I'll pay my part of the lease. Don't worry about it.
I don't want your money, Bridget. I want you to be here. You promised me we would do this together.
Yes.
And don't forget, this was your idea in the first place. You were the one who hated being tied down in Syracuse, remember? You hated that town and that job and that fucking apartment. I was happy in Boston. My boss liked me, and I was finally making headway in the company. Just about to publish my first page 2 article, and I left. I gave that up for what? For you to get scared and let your mom bully you into staying?
Can you stop talking about my mom that way, E? I mean, I'm a fully grown, capable woman of making my own decisions, and if you think that my mom is manipulating me or forcing me into things, you're wrong.
Oh my God, listen to you. What the fuck did she do when you got there? Braid your hair and apologize for all those years when she didn't give 2 shits about you? Because I'm sure she really meant it. Like, she meant it last time, or when you were 20, or when else? Oh, let's not forget when you were 17.
Can you just stop talking? You're not listening. Thank you. You're right. I hated Syracuse. I mean, that shithole town was a cage. And leaving it and its people was the best decision that I ever made. I mean, I thought Chicago would be good for me. A fresh start. I mean, new job, new apartment, new everything. Except you, of course. My mom didn't even know that I had left Syracuse till I was at her front doorstep. I'm sure you can imagine how well that went. Ruining my life. All that shit. Once I got there, I realized I couldn't leave. I mean, my mom wasn't around as a kid, you know that? Sure, through the years, she'd come back and try to make things right, but she'd always run off, and that fucking sucked, E. But you were there with me through all of it. I mean, you were my constant, and I can never tell you how grateful I am for that. But it's different. Trust me. I know how ridiculous that might sound to you, but it really is. I mean, she has a real job in an office with a cubicle and all that. She's dating a guy, Brandon. I mean, he seems good for her. Stable. That was my chance. That was my chance to know her. And if I leave, I might never get that chance, and I cannot risk that, Eva.
So what am I supposed to do, Bridget? What am I supposed to do with that? You know, I really hope you're right about your mom because you do deserve to have a relationship with her. But what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Here I am in the city I know nothing about, without a job, with no familiar faces, and half an apartment. I am terrified, Bridget. I am terrified of doing this without you. I am sitting here in a half-empty apartment watching reruns of Jeopardy, and I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to pack everything back up and drive to Boston begging for my job back and hoping no one has moved into my apartment yet? Am I supposed to stay here and hope the Tribune will hire a girl who quit her last job with no warning and hasn't published past page 3, let alone above the scene? What am I supposed to do?
I'm sorry, Eva, I don't know.
Fuck. Shit, okay. I guess I better get off my ass and figure something out.
Sorry for bailing, E. It's just my mom. You know how I get.
All too well.
So can I call you tomorrow?
I'm not sure, Bridget. You know I love you, but I gave up my whole life for you, and you bailed on me,
wait.
so I...
If you needed some time to cool off, that's cool, but I never asked you to drop everything. I mean, I get that you're upset and whatever, but it's not my fault.
Are you kidding me?
You could have told me no, Eva. I mean, I didn't ask you to quit your job or leave Boston. You made those decisions yourself. Don't act like I forced them on you.
I was being a good friend, Bridget. You're unbelievable. All my life, I have been your support, and like you said, you're constant. All my life, I have sacrificed and suffered so that you could be happy. And this is the thanks I get. You could have told me no.
I'm not some sad little puppy that needs saving, Eva.
That's exactly what you are. You always have been. Everything is always, my life sucks, and my mom ignores me, and my boss is a prick. And you have the audacity to say I don't deserve to be mad? Mad that I made the biggest mistake of my life for you?
Well, if I'm just some sad happiness-sucking leech, then why the fuck did you stick around, huh? Why did you do it?
Because I love you, you asshole! And it's obvious you don't give a shit about me.
Eva,
Nothing to say? Fuck you.
The line goes dead. Eva's light drops just as quickly. Bridget is almost flooded by light now. She looks incredibly young all of a sudden, sitting on her bed. The phone is still pressed against her ear as the lights fade to black. Blackout. End of play. No Vacancies by Zach Robinson. Starring Riley Thorpe as Toby, Ginger De Leon as Kelly, and Elliot Lockshine as the stranger. Lights up on a cheap motel room. Kelly sits off to the side while Toby hurriedly packs up a large suitcase on the bed.
God damn it, I thought I packed... Kelly, I can't find my razor. Hey, Kelly.
What?
Have you seen my razor?
No.
All right, well, stay right there. Don't try to help me or anything.
I'm trying to find an Uber like you asked me to.
Yeah, like an hour ago.
I don't know what to tell you, Toby. It's 3 a.m. and we're in the middle of nowhere.
Then call a cab. We have to get to the airport soon. We can't stay here any longer.
Back to the airport? No. You told me we were going home.
I said I'd think about it after I got some distance behind us.
Great. Just great. I mean, where to next on this grand adventure of ours?
Well, I got us 2 tickets to Orlando. I thought it would be good for us to...
Florida? Oh, you've lost your mind. I'd rather walk home than step foot in that fucking cesspool.
So what? You want me to leave you here then? Is that it? You want me to leave you here to defend you for yourself when they show up?
I'm not really sure I'm the one they care about.
Yep, fine. Go. You haven't been very much help anyway.
Because you haven't let me. You've completely shut me out of your entire process. I mean, all this time we've been on the run. I'm nothing more than your personal assistant. We used to be together on these sort of things.
Kelly.
But one bad pitch and...
Hey, I have to fix this mess by myself. It's the only way.
Then why am I here?
A loud knock is heard at the door.
Fuck.
Is that... How?
Bathroom. Get in the bathroom, quickly. They can't know you're here.
Another knock is heard as Kelly exits to hide in the bathroom.
It's unlocked.
The stranger enters, drinking from a large fast food-style plastic cup.
So there I was, driving down I-29, and I see that off of one of the exits is a fast food joint. Now I'm pretty hungry because I've been following your happy ass around for the past 3 hours. But I think to myself, it is fast food, so how desperate am I really? And I come to the conclusion that I'm not that desperate, and I decide to wait. Another half hour goes by, and lo and behold, off on my right pops up an ice cream shop. So I pull in and get myself this delicious milkshake, which I didn't even know they sold this early in the morning. Now, we've been through this before, Toby. I'm a big fan of delayed gratification, but sometimes if I've been waiting for something for longer than I should have...
Just sit down.
No, I don't want to sit down. I want what's mine. What you owe me.
I don't have anything right now.
Oh, sure, I get it. You're blocked. You have been for quite some time, and I've waited, see? I've been as patient as I could, waiting for you to feel inspired, to be fulfilled. But I'm sick and tired of waiting, so we're gonna have to find another way.
I got a lot on my plate, okay?
Oh, bullshit. What do you do in a day, huh? What's a morning routine for someone of your pedigree? You wake up, pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee, go for a run, take the kids to school, maybe head into the office? No. You stumble out of bed at 3 p.m. to go tug one out before going back to sleep. I mean, do you even try to be a writer?
Listen.
No, you're going to tell me that you're waiting until the time is right, or that the story needs to be perfect first before you start writing. Maybe the characters haven't developed properly. Is that it? Now, how many times have I heard that?
You're not being fair. Why don't you just leave me alone and let me figure it out by myself, all right? I know what my process is, and if you try to rush it, the final product is going to suck.
Oh, like the spec script that didn't get past the elevator pitch? Why didn't you just say that?
That wasn't my fault.
There he goes again with even more excuses. It's getting old, Toby. You're better than this.
Okay, you know what? We're done, okay? I'm not going to be guilted into writing something. I don't owe you shit, man.
If not for me, then surely for Kelly. I don't think you're giving her enough credit. I'm sure she'll still love you, even if you haven't written anything since high school. Is that right?
Enough, okay?
Even then, I think you should be lucky the creators of the Beverly Hillbillies aren't still breathing, because if they had been...
Okay, enough. All right, you want to go? Let's go.
Toby storms over to his desk, takes out his laptop, and opens it.
Okay, so you know that idea I had a little while ago about the brother and sister going to their father's apartment after his death?
A little while ago, all right.
Well, what if they never knew him? What if he was a drunk?
What does that have to do with the story?
Well, it adds another element to it. See, so they never knew him. Well, they would learn about him as they're cleaning up his place, yeah? And it's sort of like them putting together the pieces of the puzzle of his life. And because they never had a dad.
Okay, what is that? Did you get a job at the Hallmark Channel that I didn't know about? What the hell is this called? Family Above All Else or some shit?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay, how about this? A story about an office retirement party for a man who never shows up. Huh?
Yeah, okay. What are you thinking here?
So, it's all about this guy who's been working at the fucking paper mill or whatever for 30 some odd years, and no one really knows who this guy is. And he's felt like a second-class citizen his whole life, and as long as he's worked there, and because everyone treats him like he's some kind of schmuck. But then they go to his retirement party, and everyone is standing around trading stories about how little they actually know about him, and he never shows up.
And?
And so the whole office is kind of like, damn, you think you know someone.
Okay, what the fuck, dude? Really?
What, you don't like it?
You do?
No.
Well, then tell me something you do like and quit wasting my time.
Okay. How about this? A story at the end of the space program, in Cape Canaveral, how once they shut it all down, a bunch of businesses closed, right?
Right. You're kidding me, that's it?
Well, it's still in the early process.
You've got nothing. I've been in your fucking rearview mirror this entire time, and you've come up with nothing.
Well, you didn't like my first two ideas, so...
You barely like them. How am I going to like them if you can't get the least bit hard for your own fucking ideas?
Because you should have let me alone like I told you. I know what I'm capable of, and if I can't get there if you're badgering me the entire time.
And what are you capable of? Huh, Toby? No one out there is going to hire you based on what you want to do. You have to have something to point at, something to be proud of, and you've got nothing. You've got no voice, no point of view, no drive, no nothing. The only thing you have is Kelly and a one-way ticket to Florida.
That is not true.
Then prove it.
I know what it takes, and...
Okay, I can't help you anymore, pal. I'm afraid our time together has come to an end. I would say it's been a pleasure, but
please
really
don't leave.
hasn't.
Please. If you aren't going to chase me anymore, then who will?
Jesus, dude, that's really fucking sad. Speaking of sad, I don't think my stomach agrees with the caramel and hot fudge combo. Not at this hour. Do you mind?
No, it's off to the left there.
Good man.
They head towards the bathroom and disappear into it. A moment goes by, and they slowly retreat backwards into the room with their hands raised high. Kelly enters, threatening them with a razor blade.
Easy, easy.
Kelly, what are you doing?
I found your razor.
Well, put it down.
Not the warmest of welcomes, but I've certainly seen worse.
Oh, yeah? You want to try me?
Well, Kafka wasn't too thrilled when I showed up. I think he was grumpy.
I think you better leave.
Trust me, way ahead of you.
Hey, Kelly, stop.
You have no right to stalk us across the country like this. I don't care what you're here for. You're not getting shit.
Oh, I know.
Kelly, put it down now.
What? You want this asshole to stay?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Still? What on earth are you afraid of?
Nothing.
Then show me you still care about what I have to say.
Toby slowly sits back down at his computer, and Kelly follows.
Okay. Do you remember the one about the retirement party?
Except he never shows up.
Right, exactly.
I love that idea. Why haven't you written it?
The stranger inches closer towards the two of them.
I don't know where to begin, okay?
Well, have you got your characters?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start there. Tell me about them.
Okay, so there's Jessica, and she's the new hire at the company.
And what does she want?
Yeah. What does she want? That's a good place to start. Maybe it changes, right?
Maybe the guy has something to do with that change?
Toby begins typing rapidly. The stranger starts to retreat, heading back toward the door.
Yeah, maybe he does. I like that.
Do you have an antagonist?
Well, it should be the boss, right? Or is that too...
Maybe it is the guy.
The stranger exits.
That could work. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I just gotta write it.
Then it'll work.
Blackout. End of play. An Empty Courtroom in the St. Louis Department of Corrections by Soraya Kayamba. Starring Montana LaValle as Sophie, Jules Watson as Reuben, Roman Mitchell as bailiff, and Caleb Krebs as lawyer. Lights up on Sophie standing in an empty courtroom. She is pacing back and forth, wringing her hands. She keeps looking at a clock on one wall. One or two people walk through the room, completely ignoring her. She sits down on a bench and tries to calm her nerves. She rubs down her cheeks or perhaps does a breathing exercise. Lawyer walks through, their head buried in a file. Sophie jumps up.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I've been waiting here for... I think I might be in the wrong place. Is this courtroom 5?
Yes.
Wait. Is there any way... I was told this is where I was supposed to be, but I've been here for so long, and...
What are you here for?
My son, he's supposed to...
A claim, a hearing?
Release. He's being released. And I was told...
Yes, courtroom 5.
Well, I've been here for 2 hours.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Lawyer exits, leaving Sophie alone again. She sits back down on the bench and closes her eyes for a moment still. She pulls out a piece of paper and checks for the millionth time that she's where she's supposed to be. She puts the paper away and looks at the clock. She stands up and pokes her head out the door, but seeing no one, sits back down and waits. The door opens and Sophie jumps up. Bailiff enters, carrying a file.
Miss Phillips?
Yes.
Here for inmate Reuben Phillips?
Yes. Is he ready? I was told to be here at 10 this morning, and I've been waiting for hours.
Yes, ma'am. Just need you to sign these papers.
What's this?
He's going to a program, right? A teen challenge. These are stating that you'll transport him to Cape Girardeau responsibly and immediately after his release.
Oh, of course. We're heading there straight away, so... Now? You'll go get him?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Everything should be in order now. I'll be back.
Sophie sits down, lets out an audible release of excitement and nerves, then stands up and paces, smiling. Bailiff and Reuben enter slowly. Reuben is not handcuffed. He is wearing normal clothes except for his shoes, which are canvas slip-ons. He holds a Ziploc bag with sneakers, a wallet, and a black jacket.
Hi, Mom.
Reuben! Baby! Wow. Sorry. I'm so glad to see you. Oh, look at you.
Mom, don't.
My baby. You're so big. Oh, Lord. Are you hungry? I brought you those tacos you love from mi ranchito. They're in the car.
We need to go over a few details before you, All right, you're heading the Teen Challenge.
Yeah, I know.
So you have 2 weeks trial run, then before they decide if the program is a good fit for you or not.
Yeah, I know.
And the terms of your release are that you stay enrolled in the program. If you leave Teen Challenge or if they decide it's not a good fit, your ass is staying right here.
I know. I already heard this 100 times.
All right, big shot. Just making sure it's in your thick head that this is a one-time chance. You're not going to get another one like this. So unless you want to come back to this paradise, don't blow it.
Yeah, got it.
All right, then. You're good to go. Someone at the program should be in touch with you. Someone at the program should be in touch with us before tonight, confirming that he's checked in there. See you later, kid. Well, hopefully not.
Sophie and Reuben stand awkwardly for a moment. Then Reuben sits down, takes his sneakers out of the bag, and begins to put them on.
So, you excited? Well, I guess not excited. But how are you feeling, honey? This is incredible. I mean, we've been waiting a year for some sort of decision, and now, wow, can you believe how quickly this got approved?
Ruben continues trying to put his shoes on, but is having a hard time fitting his foot at the shoe.
Son, this is a miracle. Do you know how many people were praying for this? Al said you could have easily been here for 8 to 12 years. Praise the Lord, the judge approved this plan. Now you'll only...
It won't fit.
What?
My shoes. They don't fit. How? I swear my feet didn't even grow at all.
Oh, well, honey, it's okay. Wear what you're wearing now. They'll give you new shoes to wear anyways.
I can't even wear my own shoes there?
Ruben, I don't think wearing your own shoes should be your main focus right now. You can't wear your own shoes here either. What would you prefer, 15 months there or 8 more years?
Up to 8 years. Could have been less.
You really want to go to trial and take that chance?
They said I could have got parole. Then I'd be out and I wouldn't have to go through this dumbass program.
Who said? Where did you get the idea that you could get parole? Al said with the amount of evidence against you, there's no way.
Al don't know me from a can of paint. My cellie said his cousin DJ had the same charges as me and he only had to do 1 year, then parole. He said they went easy on him because he was 17 when he got arrested, like me.
Honey, you aren't listening. Even if you got parole, you would have a permanent record for the rest of your life. Ruben, after this program, you get a clean start. Don't you see how incredible this is? You are getting what so many people want. You are getting a second chance. There's hope for you now. A week ago, we thought you'd be stuck in a cell for God knows how long. Now you have an opportunity to make changes. You have your whole life back.
What kind of shoes do you think they'll make me wear there?
Enough with the shoes. Are you listening to me?
When do we gotta go? I talked to Anthony yesterday. He said I could come over today and...
What? No. Ruben, you are going today. Right now. You're not allowed to go anywhere else.
I'm going to Anthony's, Mom. I'm not about to dip out without seeing him. Do you know how much money he spent calling me every week? He even gave me commissary when...
He's the reason you're in here.
Oh my God, not again. He is not.
If you hadn't gotten sucked into all that shit with him, I wouldn't be parenting an 18-year-old felon.
Nobody's making you.
Nobody's making... Son, what do you think happened when you got locked up? I stopped being your mom? You think my life continued on like nothing had happened? You are still my child, believe it or not. Look at me. You have caused so much pain, Ruben. You have no idea how... When people ask me what my son is up to, ask if you're looking at colleges yet, or why they haven't seen you around in a while, to tell them that you got into some trouble, that you're in prison, the looks I got. Because to them, it's my fault. I'm the parent that failed.
Well, if you're so ashamed of me, then don't.
What about your brother? You think it's been easy for Jacob to have his brother in jail? You think he liked coming here to visit you? You haven't even stepped outside of this courtroom, and you want to go visit your friends who landed you here? What about your family? Why can't you want to change, if not for yourself, then for us? You have made our life hell. You don't want to go to this program? Then you'll be coming right back here faster than you can blink. I don't care if you have to wear ugly shoes or if this somehow feels unfair to you, but you got yourself in this situation, and I am not going to let you continue to ruin your life. We are going to Teen Challenge right now.
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't think.
I know, son. Let's go to the car.
Sophie begins to exit. Ruben stands frozen. Sophie stops and turns back to him.
Ruben? Let's go.
I'm sorry. God, I'm sorry. I can't do it, Mom. I can't go. Mom, please don't make me go there. I can't.
Ruben, don't.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, please. Can we just go home, please, Mom? You're right. I should be there with you and Jacob. I can't go. I can't do it. I can't.
Ruben, look at me. Listen. You can do this. It's only 15 months. Then you'll be home again. You'll come home where you belong with me and Jacob, and you'll get back on track.
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I don't know how.
Shh. It's okay, baby. It's going to be okay.
Ruben gives into her embrace and begins to cry. He's awkwardly too big to be held by her, but he clings to her like he is still a small child. They stand like this for a long moment.
What if they make me come back?
You go to this program, and you do what you have to do.
What if I can't? I didn't before, and look.
No. We're moving forward now. This is going to be good for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go.
They begin to exit together. When they get to the door, Sophie opens it for Ruben. He pauses, unsure. She holds out her hand and he takes it. She squeezes it and gives him a reassuring nod. Ruben lets go of her hand and goes through the door. Sophie stands still for a moment and closes her eyes, breathes out a sigh of relief. Sophie exits. Blackout. End of play. Now We're Here by Grace Reasoner. Starring Holden Daniel as Pierce, Lauren McBride as Hallie, and Tegan Wopat as Harry. Lights up on a coffee shop. It's a small place, the kind 20-somethings take pictures of and post on their social medias. The lights come up when Pierce enters and flips a switch. He starts wiping down the appliances behind the counter. He makes himself a drink, lazily walks over to the entrance and flips the closed sign around to open. Harry enters from a back room.
Morning.
I was wondering where you were.
Car's still at the mechanic. I had to get a ride with Al.
It's fine. I know you wanted to get in first thing because the new roast we got in. See anyone on your way in?
A few. There's that gallery hop around the corner at Snappy's. We might get some stragglers from there.
Never a quiet morning in Mayberry.
As long as I'm Andy.
A few people start to enter the shop. Harry moves back around the corner.
Time to get to work.
Hallie enters. She's carrying a guitar case. She sets it down by a table and makes her way to the counter.
Hello. Do you sell tea here?
We're a coffee shop.
Well, Starbucks sells tea.
We're not Starbucks. We're a specialty coffee shop.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
I'm sorry, can I help you?
She asked for tea.
We have tea.
I know, but...
What would you like? Herbal, black?
Herbal sounds lovely, thank you.
We have a really nice loose leaf peach blend and a few others here.
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Coming right up. I'll ring her up, Pierce.
But...
Herbal tea. It can't be harder than espresso. Go. Sorry about him. He has this pet peeve with people that not ordering coffee. You should have seen him last week when this woman just asked for a cup of ice. His face turned so red it was like a fire truck.
Don't worry about it. I'm from New York, so I'm used to dealing with fancy coffee.
New York? Really? Well, what brings you to town?
You know, needed some fresh air. I wanted to see if all that talk about Southern hospitality is really true.
Here, enjoy.
Thank you.
Did you hear that, Pierce? She's from New York.
Which part?
The city, mostly.
Mostly.
It's where I grew up.
I didn't think kids really grew up in New York.
Well, we do. Thanks for the tea.
Hallie walks back over to where she set her guitar. She sits down and takes a sip. It burns her tongue. She looks up, embarrassed, and walks back over to the counter to grab some napkins. Pierce follows her back to her table.
Sorry about before. I didn't mean to be rude.
It's all right. I've got my tea, so all is forgiven.
Can you play that thing?
Yeah, sometimes.
So you're a musician from New York, the Big Apple.
No one actually calls it that.
Are you famous? Would I know any of your stuff?
I wrote a song for an indie film back in 2016. It's on Netflix now, I think.
Really? Which one?
I forget the name. It's some matchmaker romantic comedy, kind of low budget.
I think I've seen that one.
Really?
Yeah, maybe once. I don't remember the song, though. Sorry.
It's okay. You're not really supposed to.
But that was your big break then?
I mean, not really. The director was a guy I went to high school with. I was in the right place at the right time. More luck than talent.
Then why come here?
Huh?
If that was the right place, New York is where people go to chase their dreams. It definitely has a lot more opportunities for someone like you than this place. We're for the old people, the Andy Griffith super fans, not the up and coming.
I've been in the city my whole life. I wanted a change of pace. It's nice to be here and feel hidden from all that chaos. I realized I was writing the same songs over and over again, just with different chords. Hey, shouldn't you be getting back to work?
It's fine. I can take a break.
Are you the owner?
Not yet.
Is that your dream then, to own this place one day?
I don't know if you'd call it a dream. Just seems like it's the next step. Or opening my own place one day. You know, I actually took piano lessons when I was a kid. I didn't last long, though.
Why'd you stop?
I wanted to play baseball, and I did, and I played for a long time. Played in college, actually. I almost got signed to a minor league team, but I got hurt. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I just kept playing piano. Maybe I wouldn't have had let the dream die, but now we're here, and everything's starting to look up.
Yeah. You could always take the piano lessons back up.
Yeah, I guess I could. My dad actually was the one who taught me. He's a musician, sort of. He used to be.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. He's not dead. He had a stroke a few years ago. He's fine now, but his hands, they can't really.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. Life happens.
My parents got divorced last year. 26 years of mostly happy marriage, all gone. Sorry, that's probably too much information. I just mean, I get it. The parent stuff. It sucks.
I'm sorry for your loss.
No one died.
But something kind of did, right?
I just realized I don't think I actually know your name.
It's Pierce, after my grandpa. What's yours?
Hallie.
Nice to meet you, Hallie.
Nice to meet you too, Pierce.
So, can you play something for me?
Oh, that reminds me. Do you guys do open mics?
Huh?
Yeah, some coffee shops do. I wanted to come by and see if that's something you do here. You're one of the only coffee shops around, so.
We don't, or at least we haven't.
Yeah.
We could if people were interested.
People are. Me. I am.
I'll ask Harry about it.
He's nice. He's got an accent. More than you do.
Yeah, he's taken. Sorry.
No, I wasn't.
No, hey,
I mean.
I'm messing with you. Duh.
Is that what I get for ordering tea?
Let me make you a real drink. You'll like it, I promise.
How can you promise that?
I just know these things. I have an inner third eye, a coffee eye.
I don't like coffee.
Everyone can like coffee. You just have to try it first.
Will you let me play one Saturday? I'll drink your coffee if you let me play. I'll do it for free.
Play something for me now.
Oh, I can't. No.
What do you mean you can't? You're a musician, aren't you? There's a guitar in that case, right?
I can't just. Shouldn't you ask Harry first?
Harry doesn't care. I want to hear you play. Are you scared or something? We don't bite.
I can't play right now. I could next week if there was a set time, if I had time to practice.
Your time is right now. I'm not just going to let you come play in my shop if I've never heard your stuff before.
You've seen my movie.
I lied about that.
You can listen on YouTube.
You're here right now. Play me something. I've only got a few more minutes before Harry's going to call me back.
I went on a hike yesterday. I twisted my ankle climbing past this waterfall.
What does that have to do with anything?
I was looking for a cave where you can go and sit in the dark and hear your voice echo back to you really clearly, but I twisted my ankle, so I turned around and walked back, limped mostly.
You can still play guitar with a twisted ankle.
I came here because everyone in New York told me I wasn't good enough. This is the only thing I've done my whole life, music. It's the only thing I've ever known. 3 years ago, I quit school. I was pre-law to do music full time. I was starting to get recognition. I played in a few clubs where people are known to get discovered. I had that movie come out. It's like you said, I was in the middle of it with all these opportunities, and I thought I was good, and that I was in the right place, and that it might not just be luck, and that all of my hard work was actually paying off, and we were like really, really getting somewhere. But then everything sort of went away. It's like I blinked and the world suddenly decided I wasn't good enough. Every time I got some traction, I got knocked all the way back down again. I wanted to go to that cave because I thought then if I could hear myself, not through something electronic or distorted, something real and all around me, I could hear myself and decide on my own if I'm good. And if I realize I'm not, then I'll know for sure. Then it'll be my decision.
It wasn't my decision. With baseball, I had to quit. You can still play guitar with a twisted ankle, but you can't play baseball with a shot shoulder. If that's all you've ever known, all you've ever wanted, how are you going to give it up now?
What if I'm not good enough?
Play me something.
I don't.
Please?
You'll tell me if I'm terrible?
Sure.
I don't know what to play.
How about the song from the movie?
Okay. I'll try to remember the chords.
She starts to play the song. She's not terrible. She remembers all the chords. People in the shop start to look her way. They put down their drinks and their books and their maps. Hallie looks up. Pierce smiles. Someone takes a picture. She's being discovered. Blackout. End of play. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a Columbia student interested in being a part of next month's Playwrights Aloud as a playwright or actor, auditions and play submissions are due on October 12th. The episode will record on October 21st, and then it will be released on October 28th. For everyone at Columbia College Chicago's playwriting department, thank you for listening. It's all about the play, right?